let's go to the medium lessons. The medium lesson is brush. So I'm going to click on it, click on the link, pull it up, and we're going to follow the instructions. Remember, you pick one of these lessons, you don't do all three. Unless you have a zero somewhere else that you need to make up, you just pick one of the lessons and you go there. Alright, it says to make a new one that's 500 by 500 pixels, and 72 is the regular. And we're going to type in whatever text you want, but we want it to say brush, so we can do that. Okay, Control N or File New. This time it's in pixels. 500, 500, resolution 72. Okay, text, whichever text you want to use. Let's use Swiss. Why not? Let's change it to black so it stands out a little bit better for us for right now. Let's actually make it a little bit bigger because right now it's really small too. Heck, I can maybe make it 125. There we go. Yeah, because we want it to stand out so we can see it. Okay, there's brush. Alright, I've created it. It says with, you got to pay attention, with the type tool still selected. Type tool means the T. Right click on the windows and create work path. So make sure I have T. I right click somewhere, create work path. Alright, the work path, when you know you've done it, it kind of looks like little dashy lines around the text. Alright, now it says create a new layer above the text layer and then hide your text layer. Okay, you should know how to do that by now. Control J or just click here. That's a new layer. You know how to turn something on and off to visual just by clicking on the eyeball. Okay, now what does it say? Select a brush, pick a brush that you want, pick a color that you want, and then it says to go to the paths, layers. Remember, CS3 or CS4, doesn't matter. Look for the user interface. Look for those interface clues. Look for those graphics. Okay, so I'm going to pick brush. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pick one. Doesn't really matter. I think that one's kind of cool. I'm going to change the size to like 12. Let's pick a color that I like. Yeah, let's go for orange. Why not? Okay, next. It says when you're in pathways, you want to click on the stroke pathway brush. That is like the solid looking circle, and you should see this. Okay, go to paths, stroke. Okay, yes, we do see something. We've got an outline going on to it. We set it to 10 or 12. We made it size smaller. And it says to hide the path. So we're going to hit Control H on the keyboard so that we just see the outline. So when you're over in here in Photoshop, not in the Internet Explorer, but in Photoshop, Control H on your keyboard. Now you just have your brush stroke. You have a cool outline, kind of looks glowy-ish, etc. There it is, brush stroke. You could do a different one. We could draw it, and we can experiment with the different brushes until you find something that you like that is really cool. But essentially, that's it. Congratulations, you did a brush stroke. The hardest part here is applying it to that path. So I'm going to save as my computer and so forth. This one will be lesson 11B, brush, and save. And again, remember, you're not doing all the lessons, you're going to pick one of the lessons. Excellent job.